Hi YouTube. I want to demonstrate in a short video how JPEG digger can be used to extract individual frames from a video from a dash cam, in this case, that uses a JPEG codec. So basically it records a series of JPEGs that will all together combined be the video. It's basically like a analog film where these little frames are a large array of images, and when we play them at a certain speed we get a motion picture, a moving image. And that's basically how these JPEG based codecs work. And this was a webcam. I will run JPEG digger from the start so you can see what I'm clicking and doing and selecting. Basically these JPEGs inside this video are not sector aligned, and usually when we scan for lost images or photos, those are sector aligned because they are in a file system, and a video file is not a file system. So it does not have to follow these rules we have about files starting at cluster boundaries and cluster boundaries being at sector boundaries. So how do we do this? We treat the video as if it were a disk image. So this is the first thing I do. I click open disk image, and then I go to the folder where the video file is. This is the video file. It cannot determine the file system type because there is no file system type. And we don't want JPEG digger to automatically determine things like block size, etc., because that's of zero relevance right now. So we click manual and we set the block size to 1, and we click OK. Then we'll click advanced settings. Since the video is corrupt, I'm expecting some of the individual frames to be corrupt as well, so I do not want it to skip and drop corrupt frames. I want to be able to display those corrupt frames, so sometimes a JPEG can be too corrupt to even try to display in the Windows image viewer or some other image viewer, and JPEG digger can make repairs so that the individual frame or the JPEG file can be at least displayed. We may still have distortions, but at least it will be processable by a image viewer. So attempt file repair. I already mentioned the individual frames will not be sector aligned, so for this I enable the deep scan, and I do not want it to drop duplicates because it thinks it found a duplicate. I wanted to get all the files it can get. I click OK. Now, since these image, we have to get all these images because we will have to analyze them at some point, and this little window of JPEG digger is not very suited for that. So since I'm going to recover every single one of those images anyway, I might as well enable autosave. And if we now start our scan, It will prompt us for a destination folder for the files to be stored. I made this folder for it, and that's it. Now we click OK, scan, we click scan, and since it finds these JPEGs very quickly one after the other, that it almost appears to be a video as it's displaying those JPEGs it's detecting. Well, this is just some raw data that the program actually sees. I'm just displaying that so you can see that something is happening. And these hex values are a simple hash value that the program uses to determine if a JPEG is a duplicate. The bar that's going green here is a entropy map. Basically, it calculates if it reads a block of data, the entropy value for that block of data, and that can be useful because JPEG data is high entropy data, and the greener, the brighter green it is, the higher the entropy is. So usually a green entropy bar means that we're detecting probably meaningful data. And low entropy is by definition not JPEG data. So you may be scanning something and the bar stays dark green or black, and it's not finding JPEG files, then you know, okay, that this is because we're not scanning high entropy data. So there are probably no JPEGs there at all. Here you see this little black area. It means these are low entropy data blocks. And in such blocks there's a lot of zeros, for example, or a lot of repeating data like F, 5, 5, 5, 5. This is low entropy data. Now let's find some. So these could very well be, it might as well be meaningless, but it might be useful in some case. And so this type of images might not display in an image viewer. I don't see JPEG digger repair, but it may be because it's too quick. And then we have our folder full of individual frames. Nine 17. So basically we see why the file is corrupt. We see if we look at the individual frames, we see the timestamp, and it's basically going from 9/11. It's going from 9/11 to 9/17. So why it's curved, I don't know. -17. And then we're back to 9/11 again. So this may be due to some file system damage. It's probably file system damage. Or it could be a fragmented file. But the file has an original file name, so it's probably then file system damage. Yeah, so it might be possible to get an intact video file. Anyway, this was to show you how you can extract individual JPEG frames from a JPEG based video codec. Here you see a large block of low entropy data. These might as well be zeros or something. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you find this type of stuff funny or not. Have a very nice day. Yeah. Again, night.